it was the shooter, I ain't look at that one first.
In case you're wondering, it's not a group. But you're fine. If they're here, you're fine. They're not here.
We're here in Livingston Court, Livingston Place subdivision here in Winder, Georgia. We are roughly about less than half a mile from Apalachee High School where a shooting incident has occurred. And this is our street with parents trying to come and pick up kids because traffic is pretty rough trying to get over there right now. Also have multiple choppers in the air, both police, medical, and news choppers. Got one flying right over in this area. It's going to be a rough day for everyone. I don't have any kids, but this is definitely way too close to home.
The Bear County Sheriff's Office received alerts about reports of an active shooter and radio traffic from school resource officers concerning the same concern, or having the same concern. Within minutes, law enforcement was on scene, as well as 2 school resource officers assigned here to the school who immediately encountered the subject within just minutes of this report going out. Once they encountered the subject immediately surrendered to these officers and he was taken into custody. Additionally, what I want you to know as of now, there are 4 individuals who are deceased from this incident, 9 that have been taken to local hospitals with various injuries. Of those that are deceased, 2 are students and 2 are teachers here at the school. As the sheriff mentioned earlier this morning, the shooter is in custody. He is a 14-year-old student here at the high school. Again, he has been taken into custody. He will be charged with murder and he will be tried as an adult and handled as an adult.
Obviously, the shooter was armed and our school resource officer engaged him. And the shooter quickly realized that if he did not give up, that it would end with an OIS, or an officer-involved shooting. He gave up, got on the ground, and the deputy took him into custody. My heart hurts for these kids. My heart hurts for our community. But I want to make it very clear that hate will not prevail in this county. I want that to be very clear and known. Love will prevail over what happened today. I assure you of that.
This tragic shooting that took place this morning in Winder, Georgia, we're still gathering information about what happened, but we know that there were multiple fatalities and injuries. And you know, our hearts are with all the students, the teachers, and their families, of course, and we are grateful to the first responders and the law enforcement that were on the scene. But this is just a senseless tragedy on top of so many senseless tragedies. And it's just outrageous that every day in our country, in the United States of America, that parents have to send their children to school worried about whether or not their child will come home alive. It's senseless. It is, we've got to stop it. And we have to end this epidemic of gun violence in our country once and for all. You know, it doesn't have to be this way. It doesn't have to be this way.
Our hearts are with those families in Winder, Georgia, who are forced to face this act of senseless violence. This is not normal. This is not normal. Students and teachers deserve to know that their schools are safe. They should focus on learning, not lockdowns. While the President and Vice President have taken historic action to reduce gun violence, more must be done to keep our schools and communities safe. We continue to call on Congress to do something, We need universal background checks. We need to ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines, require safe storage of firearms, invest in violence prevention programs, and pass a national red flag law. Enough is enough, and I cannot say this enough, which is enough is enough.
Really sad. Yeah, really sad.
It took us a while before we realized that she wasn't one of the victims. I mean, it was what, a good 45 minutes, probably an hour before we got word that she was okay. It was very terrifying. It's the least thing you expect to happen around here of all places.
We got a call from our 17-year-old who informed us of it, said it was live on Facebook. I don't know how to explain the feelings. I mean, the fear. I have two children that go to Heyman Morris, which borders this school. And first thing was immediately calling the schools, then the text messages and stuff started coming through from the schools. Terror, absolute terror.
I'm out here because I'm really concerned for my community. I don't think that our educators or our students or our children should be concerned or scared of being harmed in a place where they can find refuge and like food and community. Like, a school for education should not be some place where you worry about being shot.
How do you spell cemeteries?
E-R-I-E-S.
I feel like these words need to be said. I feel like I'm saying them to the United States. America has failed our children. America has failed our educators and our school systems. Gun violence is a serious, serious issue in America. Sadly, this county has become another statistic.